everyone, Gifted Soul here for another unboxing. This is my last one for a little bit now, that is, unless I find another deck that I'm really attracted to. So yeah, I've done quite a few unboxings here lately, and this is the last one. This is the last deck that I've waited to come in. I got this one from Amazon. She believes she could, so she did. It is not a deck that I was looking for. I was just on a search for decks. I was looking for something else, and then this popped up. So I feel like it was meant for me to come across it. It is a 50 card deck. There is no guidebook, of course. It is supposed to provide you with inspirational insight, and I believe it's more of affirmation based, but it's also actually just quotes and stuff by different people. From what I know of it, it's got your quote on the card, and then you have the name of the person who wrote or who originated the quote. So okay, so let's get into this deck. So I did just kind of pause the video so that I could get the plastic to be a little bit more easier for me to get off. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off now. Yeah, so she believes she could, so she did. So by looking at the title, you would think that this is only just for women, and like I said, in other decks that are kind of guiding towards only women using certain decks, I feel like anybody can use it. We all have both a mixture of masculine and feminine energy, so don't let something as simple as a title of a deck keep you from purchasing it. And yes, actually, I've known to not be able to take my own advice because there are certain decks that I don't buy because of the titles. But it's not because of gender roles or anything like that. It's because of like words like maybe witch kind of throw me off. I don't consider myself as a witch. Yes, I am a healer and that type of thing, but I'm not like, you know, a cauldron type of person. The witch word kind of throws me off, but I'm kind of starting to see that differently as well. Because of it being witch, I prefer to be called more of a light worker. So yeah, it kind of turns me away from buying decks with that word on it. But I'm starting to kind of turn a blind eye and just know that my intent is my intent. Just because the name of a deck is a certain way doesn't mean I have to only use it because of that or whatever the case is. So I'm starting to get more not, you know, I'm kind of not caring about certain things anymore, and that's the way it should be, at least when it comes to decks. But yeah, so like I said, you would think this is for a woman, and yeah, the energy may be for a woman because women are just a little bit different from a man. But for the most part, we all have that mixture. So okay, so what you do want to be careful with is that the box opens like this. So whenever you do store your cards away, you want to make sure that you're not flipping over the box or anything like that. So we have a very vibrant spring green in here, kind of maybe like an apple green. Yeah, so anyway, so this is the cards, and I'm already about to do the wrong thing. That is the box. The inside is white. I feel like you can use this box too as like a prop or a type of kind of like a card holder, just like an altar or something. That's cute. I mean, you know, but okay, so I'm gonna take this off. So that's interesting that it's colored. That's cute, but it's not gonna last. At least not for me. So yeah, so we have a quote here, the name of the person who wrote the quote, and yeah, but I meant to show you the backs. These are the backs. So it's like a marble, lime green-ish, apple greenish, mixed with just a little bit like a white. It is glossy, very glossy. So again, this is 50 cards. It does not look like 50 cards, but that's because of the size of the deck. I feel like this would actually go well with Alue's Hay deck. I forgot the name of it. It was gifted to me by V Love and Crystals. I think it is Self Love I will have to look it up, but I think because it's basically the same style here, I think that you could definitely do a mass reading with both of those decks. I think Louise Hay has passed on some years ago. Um, it's been a while. I did not know that until I did more research on that creator. She has created a couple Oracle card decks, and I think she is an author as well, which she was first and foremost, I'm pretty sure. Um, but yeah, I do appreciate the decks that she has left behind. I just only have that one because it was gifted to me, but I will, look into getting more of her other decks. So she believes she could, so she did. That's the theme of the deck. And it's by R.S. Gray. So all the backs are the same. There aren't double-sided messages, which I like better because that way I can blindly shuffle. Woman must not accept she must challenge Margaret Sanger. So there's flowers, a very spring and summer type of vibe. Definitely want to use this when the flowers come outside, when it's sunny out. Yeah, so we have yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow's ours to win. So yeah. So they're by different people. It doesn't look like there's repeated authors here. So yeah. Okay, so work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. Okay. We have, if you hear a voice within you say, you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silent. So pretty much doing the opposite. Like if something or somebody is telling you you can't do something, you prove them wrong pretty much. And, they'll stop talking. They won't have anything to talk about. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. It's better to try than to not try at all, guys. So yeah, I do love these colors. I definitely love the vibe that it gives off. So problems are guidelines, not stop signs. And then we have keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground. Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, so we have to achieve greatness, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. So that message kind of reminds me of the magician. Love yourself. It is important to stay positive because beauty comes from the inside out. Jen Prosky. I guess I'm saying that right. So you pretty much get the idea, but I'm still going to do a full flip through. Yeah. Like I said, these were an accident that I stumbled across. I do see that a couple people have done videos on them. I just only watched one. I did not watch it all. And the cards that I did see, I do not remember which ones they were. But you have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. Elizabeth Gilbert. What you do today can improve all your tomorrow. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Michael Korda. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Jim Ron. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future. Bradley Whitford. So yeah, these are pretty much just quotes. Just inspirational quotes. There is no greater gift you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It is why you were born and how you become most truly alive. Oprah Winfrey. Interesting. Action. It is foundational. It is the action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. So I got stuck on that, tongue-tied on that, just because the keyword was so big that it kind of made me lapse in my reading there. So apologize for that. Opportunity doesn't, what? Okay. I'm losing it. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. So the font, Milton, Burley. So the font is kind of, at least for me, I'm just trying to go through this maybe a little too fast, but yeah, that looked like an H to me. But obviously it says if, but my bad. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. Be strong, be fearless, be beautiful. Misty Copeland. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. So there is a quote that I have on my old website. I can't remember what it says, but it was a good quote. It would be cool if that was in here. So on my older videos, I have a link to my old website. I do not I don't do any of those readings on my site, my new site. Well, it's not new, but it's the updated from the one that I used to use when I first got started doing my readings professionally. But I put a quote on there. You should still be able to see it. I still have it there. If you do go to that website, I don't take purchases or anything from there. You have to go to my Big Cartel website. I do not use Wixsite anymore, so keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm not a has-been. I am a will be. Lauren Bacall. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can do it. It is very important to know who you are, to make decisions, to show who you are. Follow your inner moonlight. For they can conquer who believe they can. You simply have to put one foot in front of the other and keep going. George Lucas. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. And that is absolutely correct. Anything's possible if you've got enough nerve. The most effective way to do it is to do it. The limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. I dwell in possibility. Go for it now. The future is promised to no one. So there are kind of some repetitive messages. They're just said in different ways. But by the way, the card stock is decent. As with any deck, you do want to be careful anyway. But for hope is but the dream of those that wake. Matthew Pryor. Great works are performed not by strength but by perseverance. Samuel Johnson. The secret of our success is that we never give up. Whatever you are, try to be a good one. That can go so many wrong ways. But, yeah, obviously we want to focus on the positive meaning on that. Because I know some people will get readings and somebody will say, a reader will say one thing and somebody will take it out of context and say, well, say something completely out of line or make it to where, oh, well, you know, they told me to do this. And no. This is one of those messages you have to be careful when you deliver, because people will take it out of context and do something outrageous. One can never consent to creep when she feels an impulse to soar. Helen Keller. Okay, I read that correctly. One can never consent to creep when she feels an impulse to soar. I don't 100% get that. I get it, but at the same time, I don't. Until a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Maya Angelou. I was in high school, forgot what grade I was in, and I did a report on her. We had to find, I don't forgot, but exactly what the project was, but I think we just had to find like somebody inspirational for in history. I don't know if it was Black history or just history, and whatever the case was, I ended up choosing Maya Angelou. Now I don't know how I even did on that report. It's been a long time ago, but um, a long time ago. I've been out of school for a while. Um, yeah. Hmm. Interesting. So we have everything. Okay, so the camera cut off due to storage space, but I am back. It says everything that we do and everyone that we meet is put in our past for a purpose. Marla Gibbs. What lies behind us is what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Don't live down to expectations. Go out there and do something remarkable. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. It's good to do uncomfortable things. It's weight training for life. This above all to refuse to be a victim. Big question is whether you are going to be able to say a hearty yes to your adventure. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with the success unexpected in common hours. Let yourself be silently drawn by the stronger pull of what you really love. Rumi. If you want to succeed, you shall strike out on new paths rather than travel the norm. The what? Okay. The worn paths of accepted success. I think that says norm, but you can see that for yourself. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. And then this is just the company card. It doesn't really say anything about the deck. It just talks about their company and what they do, or what the inspiration was behind them doing what they do. So that is the deck. It's 50 cards. She believes she could, so she did. Again, this is for anybody. You do not have to be just a female. But anyway, I wish you guys love and light, and thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one.